Alright, here's my Lionel Playworld Carnival Swing, made by the Lionel Train Company. I bought this because I have both a Lionel train set with the Carnival, and plus I take some of my best pieces and do like a Christmas carnival above the fireplace and around the house, which is really neat. And so I bought two of these. Neither one of them worked. And I finally got around to repairing this one. And on this one, the lights worked and the sound worked, but the motor didn't work, or it did not turn or swing. And what I found on this one is that originally it had this wiring harness, this black cable here, that was wired to this remote control switch, well, not remote, wired control switch box here. So that was wired together, and then this wire was permanently connected internally in the carnival swing. And what I found was, if you look at the top, the red and the black, that's what R and B stand for, they went to the on-off switch for the motor. And somewhere in this cable, one of those wires was open. So even when you turn the on-off for the motor here on, it wasn't doing anything. So because one of the wires in this cable was totally open all the time. I also found that the white and the yellow wire turned the volume, the volume potentiometer or control also had an on-off switch on it, like a volume control on the TV, and it turned the sound on and off, and that was kind of intermittent. Sometime it would work and sometime it didn't, and it was the same reason that the wires in this harness, they're very thin. You can see the wires, and I don't have any with the metal sticking out, but the metal inside of those wires is extremely thin. So you've been in them around too much and around the curves, and tied off, and that's where it came out of the ride at. Somewhere in there, those wires get broken, and then the thing didn't work right. And then last over here, B, it should be BL, blue, and G for green, actually go to the volume control pot. And by the way, this thing runs on, from the site, 15 through 18 volts AC. Make sure you run AC on this thing, not DC, or else you'll burn it up. So I got it. It didn't come with a power adapter, so I got one off eBay or somewhere, and I picked a 16.5 volt adapter, 2 amps, which is more than plenty. This thing probably runs at about a half amp. But what I also did to repair it, I just completely bypassed this remote control thing and the cable. So the red and the black internally, I just tied together and soldered together. So internally in there, it doesn't have the wires. Those are just tied together. Same with the white and yellow. Those are just tied together internally. And I took the volume control itself from off of here, and I cut a hole. I don't like the hole I made, but anyway, this was a learning experience in the back here. Actually, I cut that hole, but it didn't fit there because of the way it's made, and I found that out the hard way too. So I cut the hole here, and that's mounted on the plastic that's inside to that. That's where the original cable came out, over there. So I still got the volume control here, but everything else, as soon as you power it up, it's going to activate and it's going to run its cycle. So I'm going to turn that around and get it away from that ugly hole with the volume control, which you can't see when it's turned the way it's supposed to be turned. And I got it on a power strip, so I'm going to turn my power strip on. And this thing goes through cycles, so I like that. It just doesn't spin and tear itself continuously like some rides do, some Limix rides or pieces. You turn them on, they activate at full speed, full power, and they tear themselves up pretty quick. I like the way this cycles. And also, This thing has a motor speed control underneath, under the bottom. It's clearly marked if you look at it. So it's pretty neat. Everything's working now. I like it. I like the speed control. I can turn it up a little faster. I can go slower. Slower, it looks like a calm little, you know, old people ride. You know, they don't swing out. And then if you turn it all the way fast, it looks like a wild, crazy ride, whatever, you know, about to fly off. Like I say, the music's going to play constantly since I have that, you know, wired. I can turn the volume up and down. And it's going through its cycle again. And that's all it does. Changes the music when it's, you know, actually running. Doesn't have any kid phrases or saying like, wee, or I'm about to throw up. None of that kind of stuff like Linux does. But I like it a lot. You know, it's got flashing lights down here. You can barely see them with all the lights I got going on. The camera's not catching it very well. And up in there, it's got some lights. And then this here is just a mirror. And the mirror is just catching some of the flashing lights. That part doesn't actually light up. That's catching the lights and reflecting some of it. So that's going to be it for my this Lionel Playworld Carnival ride repaired. It was all in the bad cable, so I just got rid of it and bypassed it. That's it for this one. Bye.